this video, I'm going to be talking about it's all going to be about TNTs, or short for tunneling nanotubes. It's basically what cancer cells use to transfer. They connect to other cancer cells, and they transfer stuff like damaged mitochondria. They even steal healthy mitochondria from healthy cells by connecting to other cells with a tube. Let's say a healthy, I don't know. But they steal healthy mitochondria from other cells. They also send PDL-1 vesicles inside tumor cells to other cancer cells, and then they also become basically anti T cell. So basically they attack other T cells because cancer cells attack T cells with a PDL-1, and T cells have a PDL on them. So other cancer cells through TNTs, they are teaching other cancer cells to be attackers. So they're pretty much training them to be attackers. So basically, tumor cells upregulate PDL-1 through hypoxia, which is caused by iron deficiency, because red blood cells need iron. Basically, keep your copper levels good, and your iron should be okay for your red blood cells. So basically, tunneling nanotubes are actin-based, and they connect tumor to tumor, and even tumor to immune cell pairs. So as I explained earlier, either a tumor is connecting to another tumor with a nanotube, or a tumor is connecting to another immune cell with a nanotube. And PDL-1 vesicles are actively transported through TNTs via myosin motors, which are actin dependent, and Rab11, Rab27, which I'll have to cover in a different video. So in some contexts, TNTs connect directly to CD8 T cells, dendritic cells, and macrophages, and any transferred PDL-1 vesicles insert into immune cell membranes and engage PD-1. And this actually suppresses CD28 co-stimulation and IL-2 production. So cancer cells from a distance with their tubes, by connecting to another immune cell, they can prevent them from using IL-2, which is what immune cells need to be active, to be strong. But they can't if the cancer cells are attaching to them with the nanotubes. So some interventions is curcumin, because curcumin can interfere with the TNT formation, and they do so by disrupting actin polymerization in TNTs, because TNTs need actin to build. So as a result, PDL-1 transfer to immune cells is reduced, and immune cells can use IL-2 to function. Because cancer cells, basically that's how cancer cells disable immune cells. Because cancer cells know that immune cells are weakened, and cancer cells cannot be attacked by immune cells if a tunneling nanotube is attached to the other immune cell and transferring over a PDL-1, which will suppress the IL-2 in the immune cell. Okay, so basically tunneling nanotubes require continuous F-actin polymerization, but anything that alters actin dynamics, redox tone, membrane fluidity, will shift TNT formation, and these are some nuts that can help with that. And the first one is pistachios, lutein, zeaxanthin, and polyphenols, which are resveratrol-like. And so pistachios' actin effects is reduced RAC1 hyperactivation and reduced actin stress fiber persistence. Or in other words, pistachios reduce actin in those different ways. And As a result of that, the tunneling nanotubes are weakened because tunneling nanotubes are they're actually boosted by RAC1 signaling because stable F-actin need RAC1 signaling. So pistachios lower RAC1, therefore actin is lowered, and therefore TNTs are weakened. Another one is pectins. Pectins have a strong TNT destabilization. They actually oxidize actin. Pectins also reduce membrane anchoring of actin bundles, or in other words, meaning that actin cannot stick anywhere. Therefore, TNT is reduced. So also manganese and pectins also reduce PDL-1 vesicle transfer, which means that if a cancer cell is connected to an immune cell, it cannot transfer a PDL-1 over to the immune cell, which would weaken the immune cell because the PDL-1 will reduce the IL-2 on the immune cell. So that's where pectins are a very potent TNT disrupting nut compared to other nuts. Now, not all nuts do the same thing because the next one is macadamia nuts. And macadamia nuts are actually neutral to slightly permissive when it comes to TNTs. So basically that means macadamia nuts don't really do much to reduce TNTs. So the next one is almonds, which are moderate TNT suppression. Almonds have quercetin. They also have magnesium and